Sonic the Hedgehog is the most famous hedgehog in the world. You know him, I know him, your dog knows him. I was thinking lately about the fantastic women of Sonic that helps make this franchise so good. No, not the characters. While I love the female cast in Sonic, I feel people always make videos on them and highlight why they're so special. So today, I want to go in a different direction and highlight some of the real world women that have helped make Sonic the Hedgehog not only the greatest ever, but also made him my personal favorite. Let's take a trip back in time to the 90s.
Sonic the Hedgehog!
No fool.
Sega is looking for a new mascot to bring them to the top of the world. You're probably familiar with this story. Blue Hedgehog is chosen, gets a rock band, a stylish looking babe for a girlfriend too. But did you know who was responsible for softening up Sonic's image? Well, it's none other than the mother of Sonic herself, Madeline Schroeder. You see, Madeline worked at Sega USA from 1989 to 1992 as their senior product manager. She was tasked with the original marketing of Sonic with the launch of Sonic 1. This also included redesigning Sonic to help soften his overall look, but also helping with his backstory for the Western audience. This is where her title of Mother of Sonic comes from, because she saw herself as protective of him and wanted nothing but the best for his success. She's also been credited with writing the character Bible that's been used worldwide. While she no longer works at Sega and hasn't been involved with the Sonic brand for well over a decade, her hard work is still felt today, as not only has Sonic 1 gone on to become a success in Western markets, Sonic is still to this day a global icon. The world loves these adorable little Chow. So many hours put into raising them in the Chow garden, and we have no one else to thank but the talented creator, Sachiko Kawamura. Sachiko Kawamura has been working at Sega for decades, with her first credit on a Sonic game being Sonic 3D Blast as an artist. She loved video games ever since she was a child, and felt inspired to join the gaming industry to design characters. While she has gone on to work on many other Sonic projects, the most well-known thing she's done is creating the designs for the adorable Chow and designing the gameplay for the Chow Garden and Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. But that's not the only thing that Kawamura is known for. She's also credited with redefining the look and feel of Sonic's design in Sonic Unleashed. Aiming to create the most ideal Sonic design, she blessed us with this updated design in 2008 that has managed to stand the test of time and is still used today.
So, is this what you usually look like?
Yeah, this is the real me. Pretty cool, huh?
That's not all. Kawamura would rise through the ranks at Sega and go from being just an artist to an art director with Sonic Unleashed. If you ever played through the game, you'll know how utterly gorgeous and stunning the art direction is for it, and a huge reason is because of her. Till this day, Kawamura has continued to work on many other Sonic games, with Sonic Frontiers being her most recent work as she is credited as a producer on it. Before moving on, I would like to highlight a special translated interview with her from the Japanese Sonic Channel website. It dives a bit more into what she's learned about designing characters, what projects left the biggest impressions on her, and what Sonic means to her as well. The interview will be in the description below. Now here's an underrated favorite. Where would we be without music? More specifically, where would we be without good Sonic music? Fumie Kumatani is a music composer that has worked on Sonic from 1998's Sonic Adventure to 2010's Sonic Colors. While she's best known for her incredible Sonic music, she has also done work on other Sega series such as Nights into Dreams, and Burning Rangers. Fumie Kumatani is without a doubt one of the greatest composers to ever grace the Sonic franchise. She has composed so many of my favorite songs in Sonic, and she easily has made it into my top 5 favorite composers list. There isn't too much information out there on her, as she seems to be more of a quiet person, and unfortunately she no longer does work on the Sonic series. There's a small interview I was able to find where she highlights a few details regarding Sonic Adventure 2, and the interview will be in the description below as always, but I think it's best for me to recognize Kumatani by playing some of her best music before moving on to the next person. While I wish that Fumie Kumatani would return one day and grace us with more of her amazing talents, I'm still very grateful for everything she's done so far for this franchise. Her music is timeless. Moving on, I want to spotlight someone currently active on the Japanese side of Sega again. You've probably seen one of their many incredible art pieces in the franchise, whether it's from the IDW Sonic comics or the monthly drawings on the Japanese Sonic Channel website. The artist behind these wonderful pieces is none other than Yui Karasuno. A longtime Sonic fan since high school, she officially joined Sega back in 2017. Since then, she's been consistently making some of the best art pieces ever. Some of my favorite art pieces from her is just showing the characters throughout their day-to-day lives. It's so lovely to see what the characters are up to. I know I've mentioned Sonic Channel a few times already, but let me explain exactly what it is. Sonic Channel is an official website from the Sonic team staff where they provide us with information on characters, games, and neat artwork month to month. This is where you can always find new artwork from her at. A lot of the artwork done by Karasuno comes with mini stories attached to them as well. This is where I would like to also highlight a community fan translator, Wendy. Wendy has been awesome with providing translations for a lot of the Sonic Channel postings and other pieces of Japanese Sonic media for quite a while now. I truly recommend that you take some time to look at the art pieces by Yui Karasuno and check out the translations provided by Wendy. I promise you that exploring the Japanese side of Sonic a little bit more will open your eyes to just how great things are over there. Lastly, the final person I want to highlight is someone you may be familiar with in the Sonic community, and that's our very own social media manager, Katie Chrzanowski. She became the social media coordinator back in 2019 and has worked endlessly to bring a lot of fun and excitement to this community, and I really think that she deserves some spotlight. While she's constantly helping to answer questions and take in feedback within how things are going, along with having the fun Sonic community live streams on YouTube where you can further interact with her and other Sega employees, she's also helped with bringing the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog to life. A very fun game that I hope paves the path forward to more Sonic visual novels in the future. There's a pretty interesting interview with her with Game Informer as she goes into detail about how the project came to be, and I can't help but appreciate the determination to one day get the project off its feet and going. On a personal note, I would like to thank Katie for giving us the Sonic Symphony concert. I talked about it before in my first video, but I was lucky enough to attend the symphony with some friends, and it was one of my favorite concert experiences ever. While you can easily watch recordings of the event online, I cannot stress enough how much is lost just by sitting online and watching it compared to actually attending the event for yourself. It's one of the greatest experiences ever as a Sonic fan, and it possibly wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Katie and everything she had to do in the background to make it work. So with that, thank you. That was everyone I wanted to talk about today. There's so many amazing women that have helped to make this franchise so incredible, whether by voicing our favorite characters or lending their talents with the music, comics, or other things. I just felt it would be nice to highlight a few of my favorites. Feel free to list some of your favorite women below in the comments that have helped Sonic feel even more special to you. And thank you everyone for all that you do. Stay cool.